Hello everyone, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I'm here today with an episode of Hustle Castle. And for those of you who have been following me, this will be my beginner series I've been talking about for a while. And for those of you that are new, I am a YouTuber who likes to do videos on Hustle Castle, Zero City, and American Dad Apocalypse Soon. All three of those games are essentially the same game underneath the covers, just have different skins on top of them. Hustle Castle is the first one, so I'm going to start a beginner series where I'm going to give recommendations and suggestions on how you should progress through the early portions of the game. And we'll see how far this series goes. I'll take this account here and take it up to Throne level 6. It's Throne level in Hustle Castle, Command Center in Zero City, and Situation Room in American Dad. All same concepts, all same strategies that you're going to use. So I'll take this at least up to Throne Room 6. Gives strategies and basic ideas of what you should be doing and how you should maximize the squad abilities if you want, or what you should do. So this will be a series that I'll be going over time and I'll be adding. So just because I'm not doing it in Zero City or American Dad doesn't mean you shouldn't follow, because the same concepts we're going to cover here are going to be relevant to those games as well. So these first couple levels we're going to cover, I don't know how many videos it's going to take, one or two probably. It's mainly just tutorial, so it's going to pretty much guide us through all these steps. I'll throw in some tidbits here and there as things come up, and we'll see where it goes. There's a lot of basic strategies that beginner players don't do, and a lot of people just want to level up as fast and quickly as possible, and that is actually the worst possible thing you can do. So if I can get anything out of this entire series to you, it'll be that. Don't level up just because you can level up. Take it slow, make sure you know what you're doing before you do it, and then do it. And make sure you even ask questions before you do it. That is the main problem with people in this game, is they level up too quickly. I did it myself. So I'm here today to go cover this, and hopefully we can prevent more people from doing it. So let's go ahead and jump in. So we are going to be the Abyss Lord. Lousy creatures, behold my true power. The Abyss Lord used a forbidden spell. Your army vanished, and so did the king and his daughter. This dirty beast wants to execute the king and marry me? Yuck! Are you going to save me in the first place? Your people will die in the darkness, and Princess Olivia will be my wife. Sir, you should save your bride and the king. I will help you gather an army. First of all, we need to repair a barracks. Okay, let's do that. Construction takes time we do not have. Let's use magic to speed things up. The Abyss Lord and him sound about the same here. Alright, so first of all, at the beginning, everything is free. Anything under 10 minutes, you can automatically click and complete it. And these first levels, I think level 1, you can complete everything. It's pretty much automatic. But, not much longer than that. It takes time, and that's one of these games. I've seen some people complain about it. It's just one of those games. That's how it's built in. It keeps you from progressing too quickly. Either you spend money to go up quicker, or you just take the time, and time is fine. So Donald, I'm going to change Donald's voice. I didn't like the other one. Perfect. Now let's begin training warriors. Send a free subject to the barracks. Alrighty. I'm losing my mouse here. 1 second. Hold on. My mouse is dying. What is going on here? This could make this a bit more challenging. My mouse doesn't work. There we go. All right, now we got it. There we go. So we put people in the barracks. If we can move them, grab hold of them. Come on, not working. There we go. Grab hold of them, put them in there. They start training. Arm your warriors, sir. All right. So again, at the beginning, clicking here is not very good on the tutorial. Seems to be fine in the rest of the game, so this could be a little bit struggling here. So you put armor on your fighters, you put weapons on your fighters. This one got archers. Archers are my favorite type. They are the ones who do the most damage. Here, this will be a tank, so we put some tank armor on there. Doesn't matter what it is because it's this level. It doesn't matter. You're just going to put on them whatever you can. So anything is better than nothing. The warriors are ready to pursue the Abyss Lord. With so many captives, he could not have gotten far. Alright, so you get your squad, you go out and you start fighting people. Oops, skip that one, sorry. She complains a lot, that's all that was. So we jump in, and this, definitely don't know if it's the entire thing, but definitely many levels at the beginning are all basically tutorial. You have to pay apples. That's up here. You earn this over time as you get people creating them. And this also limits the speed at which you progress. So it's going to cost us 50 apples. We got 1,000. And once we complete this, we're going to get 300 gold and 2 3-star fighters. Pretty much autoplay at this point. There's, the game is designed to let you win this. There's people we're going to get. This is not a common thing. This is just stuff that happens at the beginning. But some basic concepts are coming out here. So you got a tank in the front who's absorbing the damage, and you got the person in the back dealing a bunch of damage. That's a concept I'm going to cover a lot. Let's just jump in right here at the beginning. These little, this takes you back to where you were. This right here is a replay if you want to watch it again, and this is your stats. This is something that will become more important later on as you're trying to test out different setups and different squads. And the way you read this is this. So we have red is physical damage, and blue is magic damage. We don't have any magic here, so everything is physical. So the red is here. Our Jackson, our tank up front, dealt 747 damage, which is 45% of our damage. He killed one person, and he took 899 damage. So this team dealt 899. So if we look, 600 plus 200, that's 899. So they dealt 899, and all that damage went here to the tank in the front. And then our archer here in the back dealt 912, and as you can see, she dealt more damage than anybody else. And she's 55%. She killed one person. All she did is sat in the back and just dealt out damage. That's the concept I'm going to cover a lot, like I said. And having those people in the back just dealing maximum damage while this person in front just takes all the damage is going to get you a long ways in this game. And you will be hearing me talking about that over and over and over in this game. But the stats there, if you want to study how, there's some probabilities and things like that make things inconsistent, so it's not going to be the same every time. But if you're studying those stats, you can see trends over time. You have saved a few people from the army, my lord. Now you have a few more subjects. We need to fortify our castle for the battles to come. First, build a dining hall so the dwellers have enough food. Alright, so the dining hall will help us build, make more food. So this 950 will go up over time as we're making food. We should hurry. Speed up the building process. You can do that at any time. That's not a very old-sounding person. We need to make him sound older. Great. Now you can move the subjects rescued from captivity to the castle. Yeah, sounds a little bit older. Alright, let's see if we can actually make this clicking work, because it didn't work last time. There we go. For some reason. Alright, there's one. And appoint the treasurer to receive more gold for building and upgrading rooms in the castle. Alright, so this will help us make gold. So we'll put him in there so he can make some gold for us over time. Oh, come on. I noticed this on the this is a problem. Come on. On the other tutorials too, it's just not. Come on. There we go. Finally. Jeez. Now that life in the castle has been established, you should go back to commanding your army, my lord. Sorry, the voices keep changing all the time. I gotta find something I like. Sir, we are following the tracks of the Abyss Lord who abducted your bride. I thought it was your bride. I thought it was his bride. That's interesting. I guess it's my bride. Alright, we'll go check out the blue treetops. Same thing. Cost us 50. We still have 950. No difference. Here we get a chest and we get gold. And these chests at the beginning are going to give us better gear, which is going to help us get stronger. Again, this is all tutorial stuff, so it's going to be the same for you as it is for me, I'm sure. This is just beginning stuff, teaching you the mechanics of the game. Again, I'm trying to throw in some tidbits here and there, but once we get a little bit further past this tutorial, there's going to be some decisions and stuff like that we can cover. So we're not going to do this every single time, but just again, so Archer in the back did 58% of the damage, our tank in the front did 86 or 42% of the damage. This means right here that he took all of the damage, Archer didn't get any, and he actually healed himself a little bit. So he healed himself 336. Once we get mages in there, then we can see that there will be some blue lines in there as well. We captured a treasure chest in this battle. It's in the warehouse now. Take a look what's inside. So this is going to help us get a little bit stronger with some good equipment in there. Relatively good equipment. We're going to get some food. We're going to get some gold. And we're going to get one common item. And if you click here, it makes the opening process quicker. Not in the tutorial, but in the game. Rather than going so slow, if you just touch the screen, whatever, it'll go quicker. So we got a weapon up there, which should help us deal more damage, I'm guessing. My lord, we need to upgrade the throne room to be able to further upgrade the castle. Alright, so right now we're throne room 1, so we call that TR1, or SR1 situation room in American Dad, and CC1 in Command Center 1 in Zero City. So this will upgrade us to 2, So that was one. This is gonna be an auto upgrade. Okay, you are managing the castle brilliantly. Whoops, that's not the old person voice. Remember, your actions will always be handsomely rewarded. And again, this first page here is going to give stuff every time you complete something. You'll get things. Sometimes it's good to actually open them right away. Sometimes it's good to save them. Obviously, in tutorial mode here, we got to open everything. My lord, I have told you everything I know about castle keeping. From now on, you will do fine on your own. There we go. Finally, tutorial's over. Donald the Glorious and I will always be in the vicinity. We will help you if something goes wrong. Good luck, my lord. I'm not doing very good with the voices today. They're all inconsistent. Okay, so that was TR1. Now we're going up to TR2. We're going to cover part of that today. I'm not sure how far that's going to get us. We'll just do the basics, talk about some concepts here. But the good news is there's a lot of overall things we'll be able to cover. So right now we are at level, our overall level is 1. There's different levels. So this is just what your castle level is. It's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really make any difference to anything whatsoever. And then the main concept you're going to hear if you talk to people is your throne room. If you ever talk to people, ask what level are you, they're talking about your throne room. So we just went from TR1 to TR2. And all right, what we're gonna call, what should we be called here? We will be QC runner. What are we calling this series? Tutorial? That's kind of boring. Beginner? No, that's kind of boring. I don't know. I'm so bad at learning, being creative. QC runner. Can't be QC runner because that'll confuse it. Let's see if they'll let me do QC runner. I'm ready to QC runner. I'm ready at least one QC runner. Let's test it out. All right. Yep. All right. So this year, I'm not going to spend any money on this account. That's going to be the concept. This, like a lot of games on the market, you can progress and get better, stronger, faster if you spend money. This is a game you do not need to spend money to get better and faster. It'll be slower for sure, but you can still compete and still do good as long as you're smart in the way you do it and just accept the fact it's going to take you longer than somebody who is spending money. And there are people out there that spend a lot of money in this game, and those are, called whales as they are in all games, and those are the people that actually supply money to the developers to keep developing new content, to keep the game going. So one other item I'd like to stress is we can't be upset at the people that spend money in the game because those are the people who keep the game going. If there's nobody spending money in the game's going to die and we won't get a game anymore. So this account, I'm not going to spend any money. But if you go to this, if you get this premium, which I have on my primary account and the other games I play, you get better rewards. You get healing, which helps a whole lot better. Everything you builds quicker. You get other things as well, which I'll try to point out as we go through it. So it's definitely good, and especially this deal here. It comes up occasionally. So 40 days for $2, really good deal. You don't get that further on in the game. So if you're interested in spending some money, this is a very, very good one to do. All right, so we are still level 1. We are throne room. Let's go check out our throne room here. Our throne room is, it tells right there, level 2. So let's talk about some basic things here. Let's pop back out. So happiness. Happiness is important here. You want to be up here as high as you can. If you had premium, you can get plus 20% on all your stuff. So everything that you're making, your food production, your coins, everything else that's going to be coming, can be 20% increased if you pay for premium. If you don't, it's only 5. But this happiness level, if you don't do anything in the game, like these bubbles, I click on them, you see those go in here to make us happier, they increase this. So you need to be clicking on those bubbles over time, otherwise you will dwindle down and you won't be getting extra. So when those come up, you should click on them. Right now we don't have anybody collecting stuff for us, so we need to go through. We got a worker there, he's constantly making stuff. We got a worker here making food, constantly doing stuff. And we don't have anybody collecting it. There's going to be a way to collect that automatically for us, but right now we don't have it. So right now we need to go in there and click those, and that's going to make these levels go up. So what else do we have here? Here's the offers right here, this 123. We just saw that offer. We only have one offer to get that. These are things we'll cover later. Not important. Here's the number of workers you have that can do things at the same time. You can buy more. The first one costs 750 diamonds. By default, when you start the game, you get 250. And settings. There's certain things, like on my other channel, I do giveaways and stuff. Here's where you get your ID. That's what I need for the giveaways. Trophies, we'll talk about that level. Here's your overall squad. This is what people see when they look at you. when you do fighting, we'll cover all these things later. Our squad power is 7633. I'm going to be pointing out over and over and over that this number is not important, especially at these early levels. People really make that mistake, and you can really take advantage of that, and we're going to work on that. So things you need to do at the beginning is you need to start clearing these out, but we only have one worker, so there's only one thing we can do at a time. So if we click here where this one is, it's going to tell us what we need to do. We need to build a cellar that will allow us to hold more food. That's going to be important. We need to get a training room, which will allow us to build or train our fighters up to a higher level. So I'm going to go ahead and start building that, even though it's probably not the most important thing right now. We don't have much space. I'm just going to do it there. And anything less than 10 minutes, you can automatically speed up, so we'll go ahead and do that. We don't have a fighter to put in there right now. How long does it take? It doesn't take long. I'm going to just take my tank and put them in there right now. How long does it take? Train to 25 seconds. Let's go ahead and train both of them up a little bit while we're talking, so we're making some progress. And again, we don't have the auto collector on there, so every time they complete something, we need to go in there and click on them to get them to complete. So at throne level 2, our fighters can go up to, let's see, we can go up to level 8, and right now they're at 3 or 5. And if we do an upgrade, we'll be able to train them up to 14. So they are both fairly low. So he just went up to a 5. I think they're all 30 seconds, so we can train them both up to level 8 here real quick while we're talking and doing stuff. So she's up to 5. So we'll just keep doing that while we're going through. So what else can we do? We can build support and all the stuff we can't do until we upgrade. Treasures, I highly recommend doing this daily chest every day. You get stuff. Mythical chest, this is cheap enough at this level. I'm not gonna do it, but at these lower levels, rares and epics are really good and as high as you're gonna get. And there's a level above that called legendary, which doesn't really come into play until TR6 or you buy one of the offers. There's gonna be an offer pretty early that allows you to get a legendary weapon. If you want to spend money, it's helpful. It's gonna help you beat everybody early on, but it's not important. It's not required. You don't have to do that. All right, here, Goblin Assistant. This is the guy that's going to go ahead and collect automatically for you. Very helpful. And these are items that you can pay money and get them. They keep saying it helps, and I've been telling everybody they do absolutely nothing. They don't help you. Spending them and getting them don't help you. But somebody did tell me they help collect coins. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. Every time you click on things, you get happiness and things go up. On the games I play, I get happiness and coins. Maybe I get coins because I have pets. I've never bought a pet, but you get them in the events as well. So it's possible that you also get coins here, or diamonds, sorry, not coins, the premium currency because I have a pet. So there might be something to it, but for $10, me personally, I think that's fairly expensive. I don't think it's worth it. And you get them during some of the events as well. So, and if you are in iOS, you're going to get, or not iOS. iOS, this is what you see, but if you're an Android, at some point you get some offers here where you can play other games and get in-game diamonds, or you can go ahead and spend. So like I said, we're not going to do that. All right, so we're going to get these guys up to 8, and then we're going to show how we advance the game. A couple different ways to advance the game. And again, I stress, go slow. You can, these first couple levels don't matter. Power up as quick as you can, but once you get to 5, you need to make sure you're being a little bit smarter about it. So right now we're at throne level 2. We're going to get these guys up to 8s, and then we're going to see what we can do. So one other thing we can look at, we have this fighter here. We got this new weapon that we got in that chest. So our first one is dealing 194 DPS. Our second one is dealing 222. And if we click on these arrows here, it tells you the speed. So normal speed means they do 1 attack per second. There's a fast speed, which does half, those are usually daggers. They do an attack every half a second. And then there's slow, which is 1.5, and then there's very slow, which is every 2 seconds. And the reason that becomes important, I'm going to go ahead and click on these while we're talking. It's there's special abilities that all weapons have, or they're maxed out. Special weapon abilities that the higher level ones have, like here, when attacking, it's a 9% chance of restoring 5% of the health. So that 9% is every time they attack. So if you have somebody who attacks, 2 times every second, that 9% is going to happen more often. If you have somebody that attacks once every 2 seconds, that's a lot slower. So depending on what you're doing, the higher frequency of attacking is much more important. At these beginning levels, like I said, it doesn't really make any difference whatsoever. All right, so we got both of our warriors maxed out at level 8. We're going to go ahead in. Again, we're going to keep clicking on these guys all the time. And we're going to go in and fight. So this is how you progress through the campaign. You're going to go through each one of these. As you complete one, the clouds will disappear and you'll go through them. And you'll get over here. These are things that are going to happen later in the game. The portal, I don't remember that happens. I think level 5 maybe. The dungeon, you get a hero. That doesn't happen until level 9. TR9 is what I mean by that. Djembe is TR8. Arena, I believe, is TR6. So these are things that are going to happen later in the game. And this under construction happens 3-ish times a year maybe for special events that happen. But for the most part, it looks like that. So when we go through here, we're going to progress through this campaign. We're going to follow this path. When we hit this guy and this guy, we get some special rewards that are better gear. And then when you complete the whole thing, you get a chance to purchase the boss level equipment, which is certainly better, and it's going to help you progress through the game quicker if you do it for sure. So not needed, but you'll find a lot of people you fight against have that stuff. All right, so at these low levels, you know, we're way more powerful than everybody we fight against. But doing these, they help get us stuff. So we get more gold, and we get chests, and inside those chests, we get stuff that's going to help us as well. And all this is going to help us progress through the game. And then also it helps progress through the campaign story. So we'll see these silly story items going through. I really hate orcs. They kill and rob people. But the worst thing is they blow their noses into their hands. Yuck. Our scouts have reported that they are about to prevent us from chasing the Abyss Lord and are waiting for us on the road. A good opportunity to rid the world of several of them. Alright. While we're sitting here doing nothing, let's go ahead and clear this out. 250, it only takes a minute. Alright, so as you complete things, like I said, I'd cover this later. You go in here. So we get mail as, you know, things come into the game, and then you get news updates. So these are like big updates from the developers of the game of things that are coming. Not going to cover any of this because that's, you know, everything that's happened in the past. When something new comes up while we're covering this, we'll cover it in this tutorial. So we'll go ahead and collect this. We did the Battle Glade, which gives us more coins. And we go in here. Here's the story. I'm not going to read through this. Is just a whole background story. You can read it if you want to. It's more a continuation of the stuff that they throw on the screen. I personally don't find it that interesting. It's kind of silly. But it has no relevance to progression through the game. But, you know, if that's something that interests you, then by all means, go for that. Right. So we need to work on getting up to Throne Room level 3. Like I said, at this level, it makes no difference whatsoever. We're going to work on making this look better later. Here's our food down here, so we'll put this here. I'm going to let that go. And if you want to move something, I'm going to get this. Let's get this out of the way. So we'll take our trainer here. If you hold on to it, if you click it and hold, it's not letting me do it. Maybe I can at this level. All right, we'll do it later. I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want that right there. But for now, it's not letting me move it. So we'll speed that up. Now we're up to level 2, and when you go up a level, you get special stuff, which is helpful for sure. So this is going to allow us to hold more food. So now if we click up here, I didn't see what it was before. It's like 2,500. Now we can hold a total of 7,000 food, and it shows here that we're making 134 per second, per minute. Sorry, per minute. And what else can we build? There's not much we can do at this level, and that's it. So we got everything built. So we're on Throne level 2. We got everything built we can build. We have our fighters as high as they can go. We can't upgrade more until we get to Throne level 3. So we're kind of maxing out the most that we can do at Throne level 2. So the next thing is going to be, upgrade to Throne level 3. We're going to save that for the next video. But let's see what we need to do to get there. We need 10,000 in gold. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is I will pop in and out of this game occasionally and make sure we get up to our 10,000 in gold. And then the next time we cover this video, we'll cover Throne level 3. Like I said, the first 2 levels, 1 or 2, don't really do much other than just kind of tell you the story and teach you how to play. 3 is same thing. You're kind of doing it on your own, and 4 for that matter. You're not doing a whole lot. Once you get to 5, things start opening up. I think 5 is when the arena comes in, and there are different aspects of the game come in. And that's when it becomes even more important to make sure you do things, quote unquote, correctly. So we will leave it here. Again, this will be the beginner series, and we're going to be covering this up through 6. Maybe we'll go all the way up to 11, because in Hustle Castle it goes up to Throne level 11, and in the other 2 games it only goes up to 10 at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be putting 11 in there eventually. And we'll see. I mean, 6 is certainly where key strategies come in, and then, you know, it's similar on up. We'll throw some other key important items as we get there as well. Let's go ahead and do this one. But yeah, this is Hustle Castle. This is a beginner series, and we will continue to revisit this from time to time. This will be our QC Runner 2 account. It's going to be confusing when we get that higher, but for the time being, it's fine. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you're interested in, if you like it, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions. I mean, this is going to be a video series that hopefully newer players can come to and learn how to play and learn the quote-unquote right way to play, or the better way to play, the recommended way to play. So if there's something I say that you don't agree with, let me know in the comments. Drop something down there. If there's something that you enjoyed, drop a note in the comments. If you have any questions, again, put them in the comments and let me know. Let me know what they are. I'm always watching. I might be a day or two behind responding, but I'll try to respond to everything that comes in. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if it's something you enjoy and like the video. And make sure you hit that alert bell, and you'll get notifications when the new videos come out. So that will do it for today. This is QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.